Does anyone take this at face value? That's what I'm thinking about now. The expert witness for the SEC, who testified that XRP's price would have never risen above 2 cents if not for Ripple, was discredited by the court. Can you recall who he was? Remember that, Dr. Metz? This is the work of Albert Metz. Can you recall his name? What a farce. This means that from the end of 2017 until the beginning of 2018, XRP was the sole cryptocurrency in existence. Bull Run would have been the lone town to keep its cool and not go nuclear. Ripple prevented it from going nuclear, though. Right? This means that a portion of XRP's momentum is due to the efforts of the Ripple's community. Let me explain what I mean. It's as if they included the word value in the headline itself. If you're referring to developers adding to an ecosystem and so increasing its value through increased utility, then I have to reply yeah, because that would be the case. They probably meant market price when they said value, in which case my answer is no, which can be demonstrated. Nothing special about XRP, it merely follows the rest of the cryptocurrency market. Canada-United States Law Journal, among others, has recently emphasized the legal battle between the SEC and Ripple Labs, which has captured widespread attention around the world. The article compares and contrasts the securities legislation in the United States and Canada with respect to virtual currency. The legal battle between US SEC and Ripple is one of the report's most intriguing aspects. The SEC filed charges against Ripple and 2 of its executives in December 2020 for allegedly selling over $1.3 billion in unregistered securities. In 2022, Ripple, which began distributing XRP in 2013, would have sold over 14.6 billion currencies, as reported in a U.S. law journal. In addition, the report mentioned that when it first offered XRP, Ripple did not make disclosure statements about the company and the cryptocurrency of. People, I find this to be I'm going to share with you a quote, it's on the screen or reading simply second. You should know that Ripple is the most open corporation in the blockchain industry. Complete halt. Yes, that's the last word. They unquestionably occur. Also, XRP is not a form of stocking. They're giving away something they don't have to give out. It's XRP or digital cash or whatever you want to call it. Is it a commodity if you want to think of it that way? I really couldn't give a hoot either way. In any case, it's not a security, and that's the purpose. Nothing in the record suggests they were required to conceal anything from you. We can figure out how to amend United States legislation in the future such that certain disclosures are required for a wide range of holdings. But I still think it's a ridiculous way of thinking and an absurd remark. But here's the quotation in question. Instead, it had only disclosed a limited amount of data to its existing investors. Quarterly market reports covering cryptocurrency sales price and volume volatility and other broad insights from the fintech industry at large make up the bulk of the material supplied. A portion of the text reads, well, folks, what the hell do you want beyond that? I'll tell you why. The XRP ledger source code is open and available for anyone to peruse. Go check it out in Ripple's holdings if you're really that interested. What the hell else do you want from them? What are they carrying, exactly? Since the blockchain records are public, they can be checked easily. What seems to be the issue here? They are totally out of their depth. To a greater or lesser extent, as we'll see shortly, this lack of transparency makes the market for securities a riskier place for investors. Obviously, that is not the case, yet that is what was written. The paper also highlighted how the SEC's complaint against the blockchain startup was motivated by Ripple's ability to regulate the dissemination of XRP data and the coin's classification as an investment. Have any of the editors at this law review actually read the complaint? Who here has heard of the embodiment theory? Take a look at the claims they're making. It was said here once again. The report's main criticism was Ripple's monopoly on knowing what may be said about XRP and how it is handled as an investment. What motivated SEC to file a complaint against the blockchain firm? It extends much more than that. That doesn't do what's happening here any justice at all. While the peace has held, it is important to note that the multi-year legal struggle is still ongoing, with the summary judgment decision from the presiding judge due at any moment. The judge's decision could come as soon as next month, as stated before by pro-XRP lawyer Fred Rispoli. Meanwhile, the paper covered a variety of other topics related to XRP and the Ripple network. The report suggested that XRP's value was being driven by Ripple's potential to update its network at a low cost. Unlike the value of a commodity, which is determined only by supply, demand, and the availability of labor, crypto investors must now rely in part on the integrity of the firm that controls the currency and the underlying software. And yet again, they are completely uninformed. As the XRP ledger is distributed, this is possible. It's open source, so anyone may use it for whatever they like I mentioned a few minutes ago. Several teams are now working on projects that will be built on top of the XRP ledger. However, they are misrepresenting themselves as lawyers when they release their work. They don't use encryption, dude. So far as I can tell, they aren't even attempting a lawyer Brown. They're attempting to accomplish something here. So, they're putting thoughts to paper. This doesn't make a lick of sense. There are ripples forming a ripple net. Okay, but what in the name of God are they discussing? Possible value drip for XRP. I will reveal this to you. They keep stressing the word value throughout. The context made it clear that they were referring to costs. That's excellent if the utility you're trying to put a price on truly exists. And I think it's great that any blockchain can attract a diverse group of developers to build on top of it. People in a highly developed market are especially aware of this consideration. And I believe that can aid in the sustainability in the long run. So there is room for debate over the pricing of XRP here, but they are portraying Ripple's efforts as though they are the ones setting the market price. This is also demonstrably incorrect. Zoom out on a chart and you'll see that Bitcoin XRP follows Bitcoin in terms of price action, and obviously there's a bit of an outlier situation here recently because the price of XRP is artificially suppressed because of the SEC, but that's not going to last forever. What the devil do these people think they're talking about, then? This is why people like us have to put up with so much crap. That's why I can't recommend a financial advisor and why you shouldn't make any decisions based on what I say. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye. Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Guys, today I have got a pair of tales to tell you. We begin with this clarification from crypto beginner Deaton, who, in SEC versus Ripple, dispels misunderstandings about his predicted settlement. And you know, I constantly see misrepresentations and misconceptions of what attorney Deaton has said, both on social media and in the media. It's unfortunate, but I'm pleased to lend a hand and do what I can to get the word out. But because I'm not even John Deaton, it can be annoying at times. He's attempting it, but I can't stop gazing at these materials. Furthermore, oh my God, even when they hear what he says, it is so frequently misconstrued and twisted, and you get these headlines that just aren't in touch with reality. Sometimes I sit there and roll my eyes at them. Even more so when they've discussed, recent forecasts from the incoming cases. Everything imaginable is here. In this scenario, we will discuss DNSSEC and the possibility of a ripple effect in the settlement process. Because, look at how badly it's been portrayed. And then there's this, and this is a train wreck. My God, I feel like I've spent the better part of the last week or so cleaning up other people's mistakes because they have no idea what they're talking about. So, there's this legal publication, and the topic is discussed here. You can see it right now. Now, there is a legal publication that has published absurd claims on XRP and bizarre interpretations of the SEC versus Ripple case. So, I also made some comments on that. Then we can throw it in the lunar family sedan woodchipper and put it out of our minds forever. But there is something I need to clarify before we go any further. I come from no financial or legal background. Nothing I say should be taken as recommendations to purchase or sell any particular security, and I am not providing legal or financial advice. Right. Just a hobbyist here that occasionally posts films to YouTube on various crypto-related topics. Okay, let's dive into the first issue right now. To dispel any doubts about his prediction of a settlement in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, attorney Deaton has spoken up. Yesterday, XRP supporters accused attorney John Deaton of pushing a hypothesis that Ripple will settle with the SEC after publishing and mints emails, and today, the crypto industry's founder took to Twitter to set the record straight. The commenter pointed out that the prediction was erroneous since individuals bought XRP at a higher price in the hopes that the case would be settled, which would cause the price to rise even higher. Attorney Deaton, on the other hand, never warned his clients or anybody else that a settlement wouldn't be reached after the release of Hinman's emails. Instead of continuing to discuss the article, they will instead refer the reader to the original source material. And this is the information that was shared. This guy, Maximus Prime, is introduced. And he set out to find John Deaton specifically to tell him he was mistaken. John Deaton actually let's just start at the top, but let me tell you, and this I disagree with as well, so we take him down. Let's just do this, I'm guilty as charged. All people have the right to their own views. Absolutely fine. Certainly no bad blood here. It's okay if I don't share your sentiments, I understand. However, one Torre Cortana employee noted that the XRP hype train abruptly came to a halt after the Hinman email fiasco. That's why I hesitate in fact what I refuse. I'm not gonna go in depth that I've spoken ad nauseum about why the revelations from the Hinman emails and associated documents are absolutely fantastic for crypto, which means it's good for XRP holders ever articulated why. And to think that's some sort of failure, because prices didn't go moon in no time for Lumbo yet to think that's some sort of failure is just plain wrong. Everyone needs to relax till the damn casted arrives and we can all enter the euphoria zone together. Markets in general have been rather active as of late. The market was closed in November, but hey, cool down, life doesn't happen when you plan it. Either we're mature enough to wait for an opportunity to be exposed, or we're too immature to handle the situation, in which case we miss out on the moon or Lamborghini. Okay, that's just my perspective on things. Look how rapidly the storylines may shift. Just as Torre Cortana predicted, everyone who was drawn toward the top is now stuck in losing situations. As for his claim that the story of how the SEC lawsuit against Ripple was resolved is a fascinating one, I have no idea what he is talking about. It's true that once the secret documents were made public, XRP's value increased slightly. Not that I'm complaining or anything. Then now it's decreasing little. It's going up a notch or two again. Sorry, but I don't see the issue. This is Maximus the First, then. The person mentioned in the article must be this one. In his mind, he and Hedman are the problem because he believes he was pushed into this. This individual who wrote to John Deaton to have him promote that thesis was dead incorrect. I was there that day and saw a lot of individuals buying the pump. I repeat, the legal profession has been completely wrong. Whether they're actors or not, I don't care who the lawyers are. To help set the record straight, I've asked attorney Deaton for a response. And what I actually meant was that any settlement would have to take place before the Hinman emails were made public, which is what he said. If you go back and watch my crypto law videos after the emails were handed over to Ripple, you'll see that I predicted there would be no settlement in this case, because other litigants like Dragon Chain and others will receive access to these emails regardless of whether or not the Ripple case resolved. That's the case, then. For the past 2.5 years, I have been covering every development in this ridiculous litigation, so I know. Since I am just as interested in John Deaton's point of view as everyone else listening, I have been posting pretty much anything I have gotten my hands on related to John Deaton. And he said so, and he described why in great detail, so I understood that this was the fact. He reasoned that they could very well be reaching an agreement. But if there were to be a settlement in the SED case, it would have to occur before the publishing of the Hedman emails, since after that time, what the hell is the point? Right? And he has been really unyielding about them. Now Max knows to answer to him, and he does so, but only after saying, "I'll have to go back and look," indicating that he will have to do so. And then, for the record, Attorney Deaton added, "I don't mind being called out. Sometimes I mispronounce the letter S. My thoughts are just as valid as everyone else's." Yes, you make a good point. Personally, I don't see any issues with it. Yes, you may also publicly shame me. As long as individuals are tactful, I don't mind. As a human, I expect to make mistakes, and that's okay with me. Being human means that you will make mistakes. All okay then. That's all I'm trying to express. Sometimes it's simply upsetting how things are misrepresented. Okay, enough with the legal journal jargon already. Let's jump right in. According to the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit, a significant portion of the value of XRP is driven by Ripple's efforts. This is according to the Crypto Basic CAS, which is See There Canada Truly, So Canada US Legal Journal.